What's going on, guys? My name's Kev, and I've been in the AI world for about 3 years now, but what I really specialize in is AI marketing that drives sales, downloads, and conversions for apps, businesses, and entrepreneurs alike. And in this video, I got something very special to show you. This marketing automation in the month of July generated 600,000 views, 1,500 followers, and over 500 app downloads for my mobile app Creator OS. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how it works and how you can replicate it for any business niche in the world so you can use this skill to generate downloads, sales, conversions for your own business. And to challenge myself, I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know in less than 20 minutes. Let's get to it. And everything you're about to see is included in my No Code Academy on School. So if you want to go and follow along in this tutorial, grab all the resources in there. But what I'm going to do now, guys, is actually show you all of the results from last month's marketing automations. And then I'm going to explain how they work. And then we're going to build it from scratch. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive right in. So what you're seeing on the screen is what I'm calling Marketing OS, and I build this for any business. And this specific one is built for my mobile app Creator OS, and I've connected 30 social media accounts to it and about 10 threads and Twitter accounts. And what we're seeing on the screen here is our daily follower growth. We've gained about 1,000 followers over the past 3 weeks, 320 new customers to the mobile app. We're tracking visitors to the website and people that have subscribed actually paying for the mobile app as well. And we're calculating our ARR and our actual valuation by connecting our Revenue Cat API. But at the high level here, guys, what I'm doing is I'm blasting as much content as humanly possible with AI agents, and then I'm looking at how they're performing, and then I'm improving upon the workflows. And so we could see for the month of July, I peaked on July 29th at 80 different uploads. I had the agents upload 80 times, and that resulted into an insane performance for the month of July. We could see we've generated over 600,000 views, and we could see that the consistency is also there. And so what previously used to take an entire marketing team is being executed by one person, and that is what is allowing us as AI agency founders and mobile app founders to grow so much faster than was ever possible as a solo developer. But now let's actually check out the Threads accounts, right? So we have the Kev Builds agency accounts, has 85 followers, has generated 60,000 recent views. And then we have the Kev Builds apps account that has 323 followers, 73,000 views. Then we have Megan. Megan has generated 750 followers, 700,000 views. And then last but not least, we have Danny, who has 325 followers, 242,000 recent views. And what's gonna blow your mind is that all of these accounts are running the exact same skill that I'm about to show you right now. So guys, now that I showed you how well it's working, let's actually go ahead and learn how it works and implement it together. In this tutorial, guys, we're gonna go through 3 chapters. We're gonna talk about the additional resources that you may need to actually build your own customized tweet automation. I'm gonna give you a different niche example, and I'm gonna explain my niche example and how I actually customized the exact same skill you're gonna get before my mobile app. And then definitely the most important part is I'm gonna explain how to actually succeed with this skill, because you're gonna need a lot of volume, and I explain the exact method that I used in the month of July to really hone in this workflow. We're then gonna talk about the tools needed. It's only gonna cost like $10 a month for the entire setup to post unlimited amount of content. And then we're gonna go ahead and set it up step by step. So first and foremost, how does it work? And there's 3 core pillars that are associated to this engine. And the most important one is the data intake part, which we broke up into 3 sections. So if I was using my own personal brand account, I wanna train the data ingestion pipeline on how I speak, my cadence, my tone, my personality, so that when the agent is writing the thread, it actually sounds somewhat like me. In addition, we want to include what we sell, and that's actually something that I didn't show you guys yet. So if we go back to the threads, each one of these threads has a call to action. So we could see here in slide 6, it included a screenshot from the app. And then in the last slide, it has a direct call to action to the App Store. And so in the data ingestion portion of this workflow, that's exactly what I did, right? So I fed the agent the links to the mobile app and the web app. I then fed it how I sounded. And then we get into the tricky part, which is training the agent on what it knows. And this ties into the specific marketing goal and specific niche that you're doing your marketing in, which I'll explain with an exact example. But once the engine has all of this information, it's literally going to be able to produce as much output as you want. So you can have the workflow produce like 100 different threads and post them to social media every single day. And that's why I recommend adding multiple threads accounts so you don't exhaust individual accounts and get them banned. And then once it starts working, you can triple down on what works. But let's go into an exact example here. So CreatorOS is a social media marketing app. It helps content creators, entrepreneurs, and marketing agencies run all of their social media operations in one app. And so the goal of this workflow is to be a marketing educator, to teach the world about tips and tricks in the social media marketing world. And so in my data ingestion pipeline, I fed it 5 of the most popular content creator coaches on the internet. And this workflow extracted their script and it extracted their captions in all of their posts. And we'll talk about the tools that are used for this workflow when we get there. But once that happens, the system is then all of a sudden able to bank up thousands of marketing tips that can then be used in the thread posts. On top of that, I did run a marketing agency, so we had a lot of proof of work and a lot of examples. And so I fed the knowledge system all of these examples so it could actually use real examples in its threads posts. And then I just gave the agents each one of their voices and they went absolutely nuts in July. And so to make this a little bit clearer, let's say that I was working for a health niche, and let's say we were working for, some type of like regenerative health or some type of like stem cell company or something like that. Well, Dr. Huberman is like one of the biggest voices behind this. And so if we were to grab every single piece of content that Huberman has ever uploaded and then extract all of the key points, tips, and most important things, put it into our knowledge bank, then we can have our agents talking about all of the best health tips from the most reputable source. All right, guys, so let's get into the tools that are needed. This is only gonna cost you $11 a month to run the entire end-to-end automation. And the first tool here is Apify. Apify uses something called an Instagram post scrape. So if I wanted to get all of the posts from the best marketing creator in the world, I just give Apify their ID, and then it's going to scrape every single post that they've ever uploaded. This workflow generated thousands of tips that we can then use in our thread automations. The next tool we need is the CreatorOS API. CreatorOS is our social media marketing app, and you can connect CreatorOS to any AI agent, and you can connect any social media account to your CreatorOS profile. So I've connected all of my social profiles, and I got my Apify API key, and then I gave both of those to Claude. And obviously the last thing that you need is the skill itself, which is gonna be on School. So I wanna show you that really quick. So inside of the No Code Academy, if we scroll down, we'll see AI Agents Tutorial 16. And here I have all of the files that are needed to run the skill. You just wanna download them, put it into a folder, feed it to your agent, and then you're good to go. Now, while I was editing this video, I was thinking about the best way to explain how to set it up because I already have all of these automations running for myself. And so I think the best way to actually explain it is to just tell you what I think you should do. So the goal with this skill, right, since it can literally produce a virtual endless amount of content, is to run a strategy I like to call throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Right? So I would recommend connecting like 5 or 6 threads accounts, getting your agent acquainted with your links, with your brand knowledge, with your data ingestion, and then have the automation run for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then on the back end, you can actually then run the post analytics API call. So CreatorOS can make the posts, but it could also check the performance. The reason why you want to do it that way is because of speed, right? So you want to be trying a whole bunch of different marketing automations. Like the tutorial that I just showed you guys today is just threads and Twitter, but I also have marketing automations for short form video, long form video, written posts, blog posts, ads, influencers. And so I want to make sure that I have the time to try all of these other things out as well. And that's why the throw shit at the wall strategy is actually a good strategy, right? Because you literally just don't have the time in this new AI era. And the best way to improve these workflows anyways is by looking at the output and looking at the performance from those outputs. That is exactly what I'm doing right here. And thankfully for you guys, like you have a whole month of my proof to go ahead and believe in this because it's really happening. Like this is absolutely mind blowing.